Y'all ready to get pissed off? Hey man, one of my great influencers, his name is Tony Robbins. You know, I heard him say this so many times. He said, the truth will set you free, but it'll piss you off first. So let's get pissed off. You guys ready to get pissed off? I'm gonna share some information. Good to see. Look like my boy Hardy Bale is in here. Good to see you, my brother. Thanks for coming through. I'm not gonna keep you guys long. This is Saturday. I know you guys want to get out there and enjoy yourselves while you're suffocating in your masks. Want to say hey to everybody, but I'm not gonna keep you guys long. I just want to share something with you guys. I'm gonna get your opinion on something, because this is something I really don't have a lot of knowledge about, but I'm gonna chime in on it anyway. Something I have sitting here, but I want to get your guys' opinion. But before I do that, let me just share something with you guys. I'm going to cover a little bit of what this pandemic is doing to people psychologically, economically, emotionally, all of that good stuff. So I just want you guys to hold tight. Wait a few seconds and get one or two more people come on in. Let me put a mute on my laptop here. So hope everybody's doing good. Good to see you, my man Hardy Bale, man. What's going on over in Tampa, man? All right, who else we just got come through here? Hey, Dolavira, good morning, good morning, good morning. That is the relationship extraordinaire. Make sure y'all reach out to Dolavira, man. She has some great content on her page, man, when it comes to building relationships, dating, all that good stuff. You know, building your character, right? So that's always a good thing. I'm gonna talk to you guys about something real quick, man. I just want y'all to not get so upset with me. I gotta bring it to you like I've been bringing it to you, because you know I'm gonna bring it. I want to say Opal Lindsay, thank you for stopping, Opal Lindsay. Hope everything's going well with you as well. Folks, let me just share with you real quick, and then I'm going to get you guys' opinion on something that I have here. I want you guys to chime in on it. But as I do this, let me just show you this first. I'm going to show you this first. I'm not wearing this outside. Okay, I only wear this for one reason, and one reason only, is when I do my bathroom cleaning, right? I want you to take a look at this. Okay. Now you guys know this is this is supposed to be the real deal, right? Okay. This is supposed to be the real deal. Hey Diamond, how you doing? You guys see this, right? You see this, right? Can you see this? I want you guys to hold tight. Now, I want you guys to give me your perspective on this. This is what you see. This is what you see them wearing with the hazmats, right? I want you to give me your perspective on this, folks. This is the real deal. Isn't this the real deal? Just put yes or no in the comments. I want you to tell me if this is the real deal compared to the what is that? The mask that everybody's wearing out there on the street that DC is trying to make mandatory. Tampa is over in Tampa, they're trying to make it mandatory. Is this the real deal, folks? This is what you see the hazmats wearing, right? I want you guys, give me your feedback. Come on, folks. Come on. Drywall painting, okay. Painting, drywall painting, right? Inhaling chemicals, right? Now, I want you guys to, you guys see this. I want you, hold on. Don't go nowhere. You see this, okay? The only time, okay, Hardy Bale said yes, okay. The only time I wear this, okay, is when I'm using this. Watch this. When I'm using this. You guys familiar with Scrub Free? I use Scrub Free and I use Clorox. I use this I use this when I'm cleaning my tub, my bathroom, okay? This is some strong chemicals here. You don't inhale this. You get fucked up if you inhale this, okay? I use this, okay? And I got another bottle. You guys understand, I'm sure you know what that is. The Clorox bleach spray with the got chemicals in it as well, but you smell the bleach. So you inhaling bleach or you inhaling this. Okay, good. D'Oliveira is familiar with this, right? You're familiar with this. When I use this, I wear this. I wear this, okay? Now, let me show you. I'm gonna share something with you, folks. The smell of this still comes through this. Okay? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna show you this again. The smell of this right here, not including the Clorox spray, just this by itself. The smell of this still gets through this. And this on the other side it has a suction. It's real tight, okay? It's very tight. The smell, I'm going to say this again, the smell of this still comes through this. Now this is the real deal. This is not the mask everybody out there in the streets wearing, or bandanas over their face, or decorated Black Lives Matter mask, or whatever you guys decorating, whatever you guys doing, okay? Now, listen to this. Listen to this. With this being said, right? With that being said, listen to me. I'm going to repeat this again because we got a couple of new people that just popped in. The smell of this comes through this. Now, with that being said, and you guys just admitted that this is the real deal. This is stronger. This is supposed to protect you a lot more than the regular face mask you guys are wearing. Now, with that being said, let me tell you this. Let me go in with the topic of this discussion, of this video. With that being said, listen to me. COVID-19 is inevitable. COVID-19 is inevitable. You can't run from it. It's never going to go anywhere, okay? And who knows, we probably had it for years and years around, but the media get a hold of it, and now they're making it a pandemic. They just started this in February. Let me share something with you. If you go all the way through this season of this COVID-19, okay, and you don't get sick, it doesn't mean that you didn't get it. Because this COVID-19, this virus is so inevitable. Everybody's exposed. Everybody probably going to test positive at some point. If you don't test positive today, you're probably going to test positive tomorrow or next week or next month, next year. You are going to test positive. It is inevitable. This is not like a blood-to-blood contact, like a HIV and AIDS or something. This is not that kind of contact. This is contact through open air, just by being around people. Are you going to live in your house for the rest of your life? Are you going to put a mask on your face for the rest of your life? Are you going to social distance for the rest of your life? Are you going to spend the rest of your life running around trying to run from the virus when the virus is right up your ass? I don't care how many cans of Lysol you spray up your ass. It's inevitable. You are going to be exposed to the virus. Point blank, period. Now, you don't believe me? Just keep on living. Eventually, you'll see what I'm talking about. So, again, it's inevitable. If I can smell this through this, that's proof that the mask that they're telling you to put on out here in the streets is not doing a damn thing. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. I can't keep telling you guys that's enough. And another thing, if you stand by somebody and they pass gas with jeans on and you smell it, COVID-19 gonna get your ass anyway. It's inevitable. Folks, you gotta use... The first time I did a video on this COVID-19, I told everybody, you got to use your damn common sense. Do you know why people can't see the truth? You want me to tell you the real reason people can't see the truth? The reason why people can't see the truth is because they're not living in an ocean. They're living in a fish tank. Why are they living in a fish tank? Here's one reason. Politics. As soon as you start to try to talk science to people to try to get them to understand, they start talking about Donald Trump and Joe Biden. This have no damn thing to do with politics. This is science, damn it. This is you having to live your life. This is period. Listen, let me explain something else to you folks. Again, if you go through this season, this COVID-19, and you haven't gotten sick, it does not mean that you wasn't exposed to it. It doesn't mean that you did everything they told you to do by wearing a mask, staying in the house, social distancing, wash your hands every 5 minutes. That doesn't mean that you've done those things and you didn't catch the virus. What that simply means is your immune system has likely fought the virus off. Now, everybody is different. Everybody has a different genetics. Everybody has a different molecular structure, DNA. Okay? One person might not get sick and the immune system kill it, fight it off. The next person might catch a little bit of a cold with it, and the immune system still will fight it off. Another person might catch flu-like symptoms, and the immune system can fight it off. Some people may lose their life because their immune system is so low. And again, let me take you back to what I said before. Your immune system is so low. Let me revert this to a vehicle. How many of you understand what cylinders is in your car motor? A car has 4 cylinders or a 6-cylinder or 8-cylinder, depending on the type of car it is. If you have a V8, that means you have 8 cylinders. If you have a V6 or a straight 6 or a 6-cylinder, it's a 6-cylinder. If you have a 4-cylinder car, that means you have your car operating on 4 cylinders. So let's take, as an example, let's take an 8-cylinder car. Let's take a V8 engine. A V8 engine, the engine has some problems. The engine has some problems. Let's just say this engine, out of an 8-cylinder engine, only 6 of those cylinders are working. I put 7, but 6. 6 of those cylinders are working. So that means in this V8 engine, you only have 2 cylinders working. Okay? I'm going to say that again. In this V8 engine, only 2 cylinders working, because 6 of those V8 engines, out of those V8 engines, is messed up. They're not clicking. They're not firing. So you only firing on a V8 engine, only firing 2 cylinders. What are those 2 cylinders doing? Those 2 cylinders are working extra hard to make up for the other 6 cylinders that's not working. And those 2 cylinders eventually is going to start busting pins, busting rods in the engine. Okay, because what is it doing? The 2 cylinders is doing more damage to the engine. The 2 cylinders is attacking itself. It's attacking the engine. Eventually, the engine would die. The engine would blow. You're going to blow a rod in the engine. Why? Because all of your cylinders are not working, are not firing. The only 2 cylinders that's firing out of a V8 engine is working too hard. Then you're going to start seeing smoke in the air, right? The engine going to start smoking. Then you're going to bust head gaskets and all this kind of stuff. You're going to blow out the oil gasket. You're going to start blowing stuff out in the engine. The engine is just not any good anymore. Now, if you guys understand that example, what I just shared, now I want you to take that example over to the human body. I want you to take that over to the immune system. If the immune system is not firing on all cylinders, just like that engine in that car was not firing on all cylinders, so that car only had 2 cylinders firing in a V8 engine. That means, let's just say you only have 2 cylinders firing in your V8 immune system, okay? If you only have 2 cylinders firing in that immune system, those cylinders that's firing is all over the place. It's overreacting to the virus. See, the virus is not the virus that's killing you. It's the weakened immune system overreacting to the virus. This is why it overreacts to the virus, because you only have two immune, or you only have a couple of cylinders firing in your immune system. So in that regard, it's tearing up your tissues on the inside. What is that called, folks? And I put this up a few days ago. What is that called? That is called autoimmune disorder or autoimmune deficiency. You actually die from autoimmune deficiency, not the virus. The immune system is going to attack any foreign antigen that enters the body. Any foreign antigen, the immune system is going to attack it. Folks, I love biology. I love science. This is what I do. I love this stuff. Right? I speak on a lot of this when I'm talking about the inner cosmos to my audience when I'm speaking. The inner cosmos versus the outer cosmos. The inner cosmos is the body. Outer cosmos is the planet. Is not the planet, is space. Okay? Let me see. Hey man, Brian Harris just said it. COVID been around for decades, folks. And let me share something to you. I'm gonna share with you why most of you is going to test positive for it. There's a term, I want you to look it up. There's a term called human viromes. Look up human viromes, okay? Look this up. Human viromes is each and every one of us already have 380 trillion. 380 trillion viruses in our body. We got more viruses in our body than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. 380 trillion viruses is called human viromes. Folks, go look it up. See, don't look up articles on COVID-19 cases. All that's full of bullshit. Look up science. If you understand science, if you studying the right stuff, then you will automatically know that the numbers is some garbage. Understand this, folks. Look it up. Human virus. You already have traces of every single virus there is out there. Science has found 380 trillion viruses in the human body. That means you have a trace of HIV, you have a trace of AIDS, you have a trace of Ebola, you have a trace of COVID-19, you have a case of SARS, you have a trace of chickenpox, you have a trace of measles, you have a trace of 380 trillion viruses, folks. But what happens is one of those viruses gets triggered. One of those viruses gets triggered. And when those viruses get triggered, the immune system is going to do what it's supposed to do to keep that virus at bay. If the immune system is not strong enough, what will we typically do? What has Big Pharma has taught us to do? Run out there and start grabbing chemicals to try to help fight the virus. If you want to fight the virus, folks, if you want to fight off pathogens or foreign antigens in the body, you have to assist the immune system to do what it's already designed to do. That's from God. You have to give it what it's craving. That means your immune system you're not putting in the right vitamins or enough of the right vitamins. Your vitamin C is your vitamin A. What is your vitamin A? Your vitamin A not only helps with the eyesight, but the vitamin A also puts a wall around each blood cell. Just think of the movie 400 when you had Spartans fighting against Persia. The Spartan had the spear to kill with, but they had the swords to protect themselves. So that's what your vitamin A does. Your vitamin A puts that wall up. It puts that shield up around each white blood cell. So it gives your white blood cell a little bit of an advantage. V for vitamins, folks, not V for vaccinations. So COVID-19 is inevitable. It's only two ways. It's only two ways you're going to get rid of or escape COVID-19. One, boost the immune system. Or two, you're going to have to leave the planet. Because it's inevitable. It's never going to go anywhere. It's here forever. It's been here forever. Just like Brian Harris said, it's been around for decades. They just chose this particular virus to create a pandemic with. They could have chose any virus. They could have chose, what's the one they said is, if you had the chicken pox before, you already have a trace of this other one. What is it called? Shingles. They could have chose shingles. You know why they didn't choose shingles? Because shingles leaves outer marks on your body. So they can't use that because they can't play with those numbers because you can't verify that everybody had these outer numbers, outer skin disorders from shingles. So what do? They use something that is respiratory. And they use respiratory type of disease during the flu season. Not only during the flu season, but they also use it during pollen season. Everybody and their grandmother who had pollen issues is going to sneeze and they're going to cough. But now they're talking about COVID-19. As soon as somebody cough or sneeze, automatically here comes anxiety. Oh shit, I need to go get this chocolate blood. And they're going to stick that shit up your nose and say that you got COVID-19. Yeah. And now you got to understand something, folks. If you don't understand the agenda behind it, and this is no conspiracy theory, this is science, man. Check it out. Look up human virome. You already have trace of this already. You're already going to be exposed to it when you walk outside. I don't care. You can wear a mask all day. You is not where you can wash your hands 24 hours a day. You're going to put the mask down because you can't breathe. I see people put it under the nose. They put it under their mouth. I went into an IHOP and I seen people in the IHOP wearing it. I seen them take their mask down, put it under their chin. I seen them grab menus off the thing to walk people with. I seen them take the other hand and grab syrup to put back on the table. And then in the same hand, they put their mask back on their face. They didn't go back to the restroom and wash their hands and put up. You know why they did that? It's not because they didn't want to. It's because we're not accustomed to trying to be programmed, folks. We're not accustomed to be fucking robots. This is why people they still got to live your life. Just anybody here. You can wear a mask. I see people going live and they drive and they got their mask under here so they can talk. And guess what? Their hands on that damn steering wheel. No telling where else their hands been, but they put their hands on their steering wheel. And they put their mask on. So guess what? They got the mask on. They put the mask back up. The germs, if there's COVID-19 on all of that, you got it. Period, folks. Stop trying to run around here hiding from the damn COVID. Trying to hide and shit. You already exposed. You're exposed, folks. That's the bad news. But there's good news to it. The good news is you can beat it. I just coached a young lady over a month ago in beating it in a week. I coached her I told her exactly what she needed to do to beat it. And she beat it in a week. She was coughing up blood. She was doing everything. Coached her in beating it in a week. Told her what she needed to do for her son who lived with her. Her son had also tested positive because she was in the house. Told her what he needed to do. He never even showed any symptoms and he beat it. See, so going to show you folks that you're probably beating it. You already probably have beat it already. And you don't have to worry about it coming back. You know why? Because this is what you probably didn't know. The immune system keeps a record of any microbe, okay? Viruses, fungi, antigens, all of those falls under, germ, all of that falls under microbe, okay? So any microbe that your body, your immune system beats, it keeps a record of it. That's why your white blood cells is also known as memory cells. And folks, let me tell you something. We have a very, very successful dentist. Her name is Diamond. She's watching our live right now. If she comment, she can attest to you that what I'm saying to you is 100% fact. I'm not making this up, folks. I promise you I'm not making this up. As a matter of fact, I have another a doctor who is down in Miami right now, who's covered 3 hospitals in Miami. She will, she will attest to what I'm saying here. But the fact that I have somebody who have licensed to share the same information that is telling you exactly what I'm saying, it proves that, folks. So what I'm saying to you is nothing made up. This is science, man. Go look this stuff up. Learn, do your own diligence. Don't just look up stuff to fit your own narrative. You can't do that with science, because science is going to bust you right in the ass. If you believe in something or not, science is going to bust you right in the ass and say, bam, here it is. This is the fact. And you're going to have to go with the facts. The people who are telling you to do all this stuff is not going with the facts. It's not going with science. They got you running around here with these masks on. And I just showed you right now that this mask right here, I can still smell this. I can still smell this through this. So I know those masks that you're wearing out there is not going to protect you from COVID-19. The particles of COVID-19 is smaller than the threading of the mask that you're wearing. That's fact. Science. Fact, man. So people get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I love you. I'm helping you. But if you're in the state of cognitive dissonance, there is no help for you. Go on right on ahead and go ahead with the agenda that they're trying to put onto you. Go ahead and accept, roll up your sleeve and let them inject you with the damn vaccine. That's up to you. But I'm trying to tell you the truth. I'm telling you what's real, folks. I'm telling you what's real. That is science, folks. I'm not here to be no conspiracy theorist. All I know is my study of science and my study of learning from world-renowned scientists. World-renowned scientists, not doctors, but world-renowned scientists. I got plenty of them that's going to be working on this project that I have over in Egypt. I know what I'm talking about. I know what they're talking about. If I'm getting information from world-renowned scientists, and not only from them, that stuff that I've actually have studied myself, that they have actually confirmed that they don't know that I studied. Come on, people. That for the fact, I'm telling you this from science, man. This is from science. From studying science, it tells me that you're being lied to by mainstream media. Stop falling for the okie doke, folks. These folks are playing chess. You're playing Connect 4. You ain't even playing checkers. You're playing Connect 4. You need to stop. And then you want to argue with people like myself. You want to fight me when I'm trying to teach you how to play chess. But you reject me teaching you to play chess because you refuse to play fucking Connect 4. Yeah. See? What is another prime example of this? We just lost George Floyd. You got people making tons of billions of dollars off of the death of George Floyd. You go to Netflix, you go to Amazon Prime. All of them now are showing Black Lives Matter documentary series now, making money off the backs of our blood. Documentary series on things like Black Lives Matter. There's one right now called The Blood at My Doorstep by IDBM. Making tons of money off the blood of our backs. See, that's them playing chess. We're playing Connect 4. Right? You know what I equate that to? Or painting a little Black Lives Matter on the street. You think that solves anything? Do you think that's going to solve police injustices? Killing black males in this country? You think that solves anything? You got people talking about they investing millions of dollars towards social injustice. Where's that millions of dollars going to? To what organization? And what that organization is doing with the money? Folks, you got to understand. You got to learn that they're playing chess. We're playing Connect 4. See, we don't question nothing. See, they knew we won't question nothing. That's why they gave us Obama. You ain't question Obama for nothing. He had a town hall meeting when Michael Brown was killed. And the gentleman up in Baltimore and the other gentleman in Minnesota who was killed. He had a town hall meeting. Not one time did I hear him talk about any type of reform. Humanity reform or police reform or something. Not one time. All he did was had a pity party. He had people in the audience who were related to these people to blurb out their sorrow, and rightfully so, of their loved ones. But there was no solution that came out of that town hall meeting. He had it live on television. Just put a black face in front of black people to shut people up. Just put a few little money in front of a black organization to shut people up. Just paint Black Lives Matter on the street to shut black people up. But it doesn't change, folks. Nothing has changed. You know why nothing has changed? Because white supremacy is the ones who's controlling the narrative. And they're giving you crumbs off the table and you think that we've gotten somewhere. We ain't gotten a damn place. See, they play chess, we play checkers. And now they're talking about letting Colin Kaepernick play back in the NFL again. See, they play chess, we play checkers. See, if you really want to control the narrative, then every black athlete needs to not play any sports until there's some sort of reform taking place in Congress. See, they need to come off the basketball court, come off the football field, come off the diamond field, and go into the Capitol and demand for justice, demand for humanity reform. I call it humanity reform because humanity in this country is fucked up. This is exactly what needs to happen. You need to stop allowing these people to change the narrative on you. And you do it unconsciously. You don't know that they're doing it, but they're doing it. But you go, yeah, they paint Black Lives Matter in the street. Man, that ain't shit, y'all. That ain't doing nothing. You think people in Congress know about St. Petersburg, Florida, painting Black Lives Matter in the hood where it's predominantly black people? You think they know about that in Congress? Come on, people. In order for us to get someplace, in order for us to grow, in order for us to do better, in order for us to get better, we have to face what we don't want to face. We have to face the realities. And we have to question everything. You questioning people who trying to teach you that you need to be questioning everything. You were questioning me because I'm not mainstream media. The minute CNN or NBC or Fox post something, you think it's facts. Stuff ain't facts. The people you running out here voting for, whether you like it or not, the Democratic Party, the poor and the middle class, and particularly blacks, voting for. They're the ones who want to force vaccinations on you. They're the ones who want to be able to remove you from your home if you test positive from COVID-19. Look up 6666. Just look it up on Congress website. It says right there where they will come into your house, you, your kids, whoever. And if anybody tests positive, they're going to remove you from the house, remove you from your family. See, you got to understand the facts, folks. You got to understand the facts. There is no article out there that talked about 6666. It took the small media companies. It took people like myself who does research, who does a deep dive. It took people like myself to bring this out. You see? Just the other day, how they eased the COVID-19 monitoring in your phones, iPhones and Androids. I just showed you that. And people have went through their phones and said, oh my God, it's on my phone. And I just tell you, make sure it stays disabled because we can't get rid of it. Make sure it stays off or disabled. And guess what? Facebook came behind me a day later and claimed that it was false or fact checking. See, you got to understand, Bill Gates and George Soros, they funding these fact checking companies for Facebook. You guys didn't know that, did you? See? Did you know that George Soros is also funding Black Lives Matter organization, also funding Antifa? Yeah, look at it. The article came out in 2016. He invested, might as well say invested, $45 million in the Black Lives Matter. Look it up. They play chess. You're playing Connect 4. I ain't going to include myself in that because I don't play Connect 4. I know what time it is. I'm woke. I'm conscious. I know what's going on. I'm doing something about it. I'm doing something about it. I'm building the largest city in the world for you to come and enjoy the rest of your life in. Stop taking this serious, man. Stop taking this, stop bullshitting. Stop pump faking out here. Because I'm going to tell you something about the masses. See, this is what I've learned in entrepreneurship is how you do one thing is how you do everything. Why? Because it is one word, the H word called habit, habitual. How you will do one thing is how you do everything. That's exactly what happens. That's why the masses is fighting over 10% of the population. I mean, 10% of all the money that's being earned. While 10% of the population earns 90% of all the money. That's not by accident. It's not by accident. It's through propaganda. Hitler killed 11 million people because he lied to them. He led 11 million people to their death. And that was without the use of social media. He used it through radio bandwidth, which is not even as large as what social media is today. And if he could do that and kill 11 million people, imagine how many people can die following the propaganda that's coming through social media, coming through to your cell phone. Folks, all I'm doing is trying to teach you how to play chess. I've had people argue with me. I feel people call me conspiracy theorist and all this. But yet, one of those conspiracy theories just came up into your cell phone when they putting tracking in your cell phone. You saw the COVID-19 tracker right in your cell phone. I put it up there and I told you guys to check your cell phone. Majority of you have seen it. And said, oh my God, thanks for the information. I've been telling you all this kind of stuff for the whole time. You got to understand the agenda. If you understand the agenda, folks, if you understand the agenda, then you would know why they're trying to spike up these COVID-19 cases. They claim that so many cases has been spiked down in Miami. I know a doctor that covers all the hospitals down in Miami. And she said that's 100% false. A doctor, not a nurse, not a janitor, a doctor. Said none of that's false. That's how they kill 11 million people. That's how they're going to kill you. Propaganda. We got to understand, folks, like I said, COVID-19 is so inevitable. What they tell you to do is not going to help you. Wearing a mask isn't going to help you. Staying in the house is not going to help you. Okay? Social distancing, telling people you only trying to stay away, that's not going to help you. All of those things are designed to suppress the immune system. Follow science. Study the science. Not study politics. Come out of politics so that you can see. When you come out of politics, you can see clearer. Got to come out of the politics, folks. Ain't no politician's going to liberate you. No politician's going to save you. You got to save yourself. You got to save your family. That's your responsibility. In order for you to take responsibility, you can't be following the propaganda. You got to step out on your own and 2 feet and do your own diligence. Study, read. LaShawn Johnson, how you doing? That's what you got to do, folks. So you're suppressing the immune system by doing everything that they're telling you to do. Now, one time have they told you load up on your vitamin C, vitamin A. See, you go to the stores, you buy the wrong shit. You go and buy all these toilet papers instead of buying all these vitamin C's. See? Instead of buying your purple and green vegetables, you run into some goddamn Popeye's chicken sandwich. You got a long ass line at Popeye's. See, people, remember I told you how you do one thing is how you do everything. It's because of habit. You know, way before the media brought on the coronavirus thing, people was lining up for Popeye's chicken sandwiches. Now we're in the middle of this so-called pandemic. People are still lining up for Popeye's chicken sandwiches. Do you think that helps the immune system? They wonder why a lot of people are dying with underlying conditions. And most of those conditions are self-inflicted. You're not taking care of yourself. You're disrespecting your body. Take responsibility. Eat the right foods. Meditate. Stop living in fear. What's the acronym for fear? False evidence appearing real. Stop living in fear. Fear suppresses the immune system. Anxiety suppresses the immune system. And again, face mask suppresses the immune system. I don't care when you put it on. I don't care when you put it on. You can put it on for 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes of immunity suppression. Doesn't matter. Science. Look it up. Don't get mad at me. See, some people understand that it's the truth. They just don't like that it's me telling it. Point blank. Period. Brother Darren, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you, man. So, again, folks, COVID-19 is inevitable. You're never going to escape it. And if you don't get sick from it, it's because your immune system most likely already beat it. And it's not going to come back to you. It's inevitable. You can't run from it. You can't wash all your hands. You can't wash everything in your house. Can't do it. You just can't. You're going to touch something. You're going to touch a door. You're going to touch a public door and put your hands right back on your mask. So they're talking about a second wave. Let me tell you what the second wave of the coronavirus look like. Let me tell you guys, if you want me to tell you that before I go, just say yes, tell me in the comments. If you want me to tell you what the second wave of the coronavirus look like, just say yes, tell me, and I'll tell you. Other than that, I'm going to get on up out of here. Get on up out of here. If anybody want me to tell them, I'll tell you what the second wave look like and why there's a second wave. I'm going to tell you exactly where the second wave come from. Okay, LaShawn Johnson said yes, tell me. Okay, Brian Harris said yes. All right, I'm going to tell you what the second wave look like, folks. Have you guys been saying, oh man, they're talking about a second wave? Here's your second wave. Here's your second wave of the coronavirus. Take a look at everything that they're telling you to do. Right? Everything that they're telling you to do. Wearing a mask, you're cutting off your oxygen, and you inhaling carbon dioxide. Okay? Suppress the immune system. Okay? Staying in the house. You're not out there getting your vitamin D. Suppressing the immune system. Okay? That's 2. Social distancing. Social distancing prevents us from gathering. Remember, we have 380 trillion viruses in our body already. That's more viruses in our body than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. So social distancing, we're not connecting. And because we're not connecting, we're not passing off any type of immunity to one another. See, and because we're not passing off any immunity to one another, we're suppressing the immune system. Okay? Now, because these things are being suppressed, and the COVID-19 is never going to go anywhere. It's not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, it's been around for decades. People just didn't know it. They just started to use this particular virus as a pandemic. So now the immune system is suppressed, and they fear. They got you in fear. They got people posting these articles up, all these fake numbers, case numbers, and they say, oh man, y'all better not go out there. I'm telling you, it's real. It's been real for over 30 years or more. You look at an old ass Lysol can, it says coronavirus on the back of the old Lysol can. You got a can from the 80s. Look on the back and it says coronavirus on it. Right? So listen to this, folks. Now that your immune system is suppressed, now you are more receptive to the coronavirus. So guess what happens when you finally do go out there? Your immune system gets attacked by the coronavirus. There's your second wave right there. A lot of deficient immune systems has just been attacked by the coronavirus that has already been there. It's just not like, oh, we're coming down and all of a sudden here's a new wave. No, the second wave is from the same people who followed the instructions of Dr. Fauci. Now that you're going out there, you just got hit with the coronavirus. Now you gotta fight it. Now it's gonna be a hard time fighting it because you've done everything that they told you to do, which suppresses the immune system. Now you're struggling to fight it off. And everybody like myself who's been buying up all the vitamin C's, you're going to go in the store and can't find no vitamin C's because people like me been getting them. While everybody else buying toilet paper, I've been buying vitamin C. I got enough toilet paper. I don't need to buy much toilet paper. I don't eat that much where I have to take shits all the time. I got a good eating habit. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to eat Popeyes and shit, the Arby's and all this other bullshit that you got out here, I'm telling you right now, you shitting all the time. All the time. And it's mushy and sloppy looking shit too. Because lets you know that you ain't eating right. If your shit look like that, your immune system is screwed, man. So I'm just telling you what it is, folks. LaShawn laugh. But LaShawn, I gotta keep it 100, man. Y'all know me. I gotta keep it. I'm not gonna bullshit y'all, man. When have y'all ever known me to bullshit anybody? Seriously. You gotta take care of the body. You gotta eat right. You gotta do the right things to your body. Period. So with that being said, folks, that's what your second wave look like. The second wave is those who've been following all these instructions. Exactly. Allow the virus to incubate in your system and take you over. Exactly, Brian. That's exactly what it's doing. Because when you suppress the immune system, guess what? One or more of those 380 trillion viruses that we already have in our body, it gets stronger. And as it gets stronger, we start to get sick. Guess what else happens when you suppress the immune system? Cancer cells start to take over. Cancer cells. Man, you might be fighting coronavirus, cancer, all kind of shit then. That's what your second wave look like. But if you're not getting your vitamin D, if you're not taking in your vitamin A, taking in some black seed oil, vitamin C's, if you're not taking this stuff in, folks, your immune system is going to be more deceptive. It's going to be extremely deceptive to the virus. And you can get mad at me, but you go to any scientist, go visit to some science centers and talk to them. They're going to tell you exact same thing I'm telling you, and I didn't even go to college for this. This is a gift. This is God's gift to me. You know, people tell me, yeah, but you're not a PhD. Okay, but go ask the PhD what I just said and see if they won't confirm it. As a matter of fact, Bill Gates is not a doctor, but you want to take his vaccine. Huh? See, we got to be careful, folks. We got to stop allowing these people to play chess while we playing fucking Connect 4. We ain't even playing checkers. We playing Connect 4. But then you want to reject someone who's giving you a way to learn how to play chess. You refuse to play chess. You refuse to learn how to play chess because you're comfortable with Connect 4. That's called being complacent. It's also called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the #1 killer, folks. Hitler led 11 million cognitive dissonant people to their deaths. Turmeric is awesome. Turmeric is awesome. Wheatgrass powder is awesome. Black seed oil, awesome. Omega-3, also, that's your fish. Get you some salmon. Put some salmon in your fridge. Some vegan might not like it, but salmon has fish oil. That's good for you. It's good for you. If you got diabetes, if that's an underlying condition, if you are diabetic, then go on a raw food diet for 90 days. You'll reverse diabetes, type 2. Come on, folks. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. And guess what? You get rid of diabetes, you got a stronger chance of beating COVID-19 because you are going to get it. Whether you notice it or not, the immune system probably fought it off and you didn't know it. Or you might get a little bit of sick and your immune system is fighting it. And it might leave some phlegm at the end. You got to cough that up at the end. But it's inevitable. And if you continue to do what Dr. Fauci and the deep state people are telling you to do, like putting masks on, staying in the house, not getting your vitamin D out there, not taking in your vitamin C's, if you're not doing any of these things, then guess what? A second wave of this will be inevitable because you will be the second wave. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. I hope this has been helpful to you guys. If it's been helpful, just say it's been helpful. Share the video if you will. Sea moss is good. Sea moss is excellent. Sea moss, the Jamaicans been selling sea moss for ages. I don't know why people, and not you, LaShawn. I don't know if you've already noticed about it, but I've known about sea moss for decades. A lot of Jamaican restaurants, if you go to a Jamaican carryout, they're likely going to have sea moss. Most of them have sea moss. So with that being said, man, if you guys missed this, please watch this video again. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm just telling you the facts, man. And fact check me. You can fact check me, but if you fact check me, don't go to a nurse or a doctor. Go to a scientist. That's my challenge to you. If you want to fact check what I said to you, go to a scientist, not a doctor. Because they don't teach this in med school. They teach medicine. They teach what the scientists have put together to give. Okay? They teach you a pharmaceutical. They teach in med school. They teach a pharmaceutical-based curriculum. So a pharmaceutical-based curriculum is not going to agree to a holistic-based curriculum. What is the difference between the two? A holistic-based curriculum. See, a holistic, you may pay a little bit. You're going to pay a lot more money. I'm not going to say a little bit more. Holistic wellness, you're going to pay some serious money to be cured. Because we're into curing people, not treating symptoms. Okay? You're going to pay some money there. And guess what? Your insurance is not going to cover it. Because your insurance is going to tell you, well, it's no guarantee that you're going to be cured. But it's no guarantee that you're going to get cured in the pharmaceuticals either. As a matter of fact, you won't be cured in the pharmaceuticals because they create residual income by treating the symptoms, not the cause of the symptoms. See, go to a naturopathic doctor. A naturopathic doctor is going to heal you, folks. An MD doctor is going to treat you because that's their job. See, I've had a lot of people who are nurses and try to tell me, oh, this and that and the other. I said, let me tell you something. If the pharmaceutical industry was into curing people, you would not have a job. The reason why you have a job is because people have to keep coming back for medicine. It's just like drugs on the street, weed, cocaine, whatever. When that high go down, they want that high again. What do? They go back to the drug boys. Just like pharmaceuticals. It's drugs. When that pain come back, or that rash come back, them cancer experiences come back, you go right back to them for the medicine. That's right. Tawana Chisley just said doctors practice. That's why they call it practice. They practicing medicine. They practicing on you. Thank you, Brian. There's no money in healing for them. Residual income, folks. So that's the difference between the pharmaceuticals and the holistic. Holistic, you're going to pay some money. Think about stem cell. There's Redskins linebacker. Can't think of his name. Tore his ACL last year. And he had almost a whole year. He had no feeling. He could not even feel or move his toes. The whole year. Reuben Foster, that's his name. Redskins linebacker Reuben Foster had no healing, no feeling in his toes. Pharmaceuticals been treating him, but he couldn't feel his toes. What happened? He went the holistic route and got stem cells put in his knee. Stem cells. Look up stem cells, folks. After putting stem cells in his knee, the man started feeling his toes. He started running again. He's doing sprints right now, getting ready for the season. He about ready for the NFL season this year, if it's going to be one. This man is already running. This was just months ago. He just started back feeling in his toes, and now he's running. Holistic wellness, folks. Holistically, you get healed, folks. Don't care what it is. There's a hospital, not a hospital. It's a hotel called Crystal Bay Hotel, not about 8 miles from here. Okay, called Crystal Bay Hotel. I know the owner. Won't shout his name out, but I know the owner. Wealthy man. He is the owner of the Crystal Bay Hotel. This is where people are going to get healed. Cancer, HIV, AIDS, all this stuff. They go to Crystal Bay Hotel right here in St. Peter's, right on Park Street. Park and Central. Park Street and Central Avenue. Right there on the corner. Crystal Bay Hotel. Those of you in St. Pete, you can drive right by it, you'll see it. It'll say Crystal Bay Hotel. People are going there for healing. Spiritual healing. Holistic healing. Beautiful. Beautiful life, man. Just energy. Understanding your chakra centers. I mean, all of that helps through healing, folks. Not going over here getting these chemicals from the pharmaceuticals. They're not healing nothing. They're going to tell you there is no cure. See? And a little bit, they kind of right a little bit, because guess what? You already have traces of these viruses in your body anyway. Human virome, 380 trillion viruses in the body. Human virome, you already have that in there. You have traces of all these viruses. But when your immune system gets suppressed, some of these viruses start to take over. So you don't even have to be outside and let somebody cough around you for you to get sick. You already have traces of those viruses anyway. And when they come in, your immune system sees them as foreign antigens and it attacks them. It gets rid of them. That's right. That's right. That's right, Shawnetta. Thank you for confirming what I just said. Appreciate that. The movie Cocoon in Florida. Wow. Wow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Listen, guys, watch this video again. There's a lot of people came in on the end, man. I'm telling you, I was firing it up. Watch this video again, folks. But let me end with how I started. This cleaning product right here, I'm going to end like I started. This cleaning product is strong. Okay? You can't use this in your tub and not have a mask on. So this cleaning product still came through this. It still came through this. I still can smell this through this. So if that comes through this, I know the damn coronavirus is coming through y'all masks. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. So, with that being said, man, I want to thank you guys for chiming in. Just like worms in a dead body. Go ahead, Sherman. They're already there. You already have worms. You got to understand, folks, we are walking germs, folks. When we're not gathering each other, we're not touching hands, we're not hugging, we're not passing on immunity to one another. This is what we're designed to do. This is humanity. Everything that they're telling you to do is against the operations of human beings. They're telling you to do everything that is not for a human being to do. That's why you suppress the immune system. And when you suppress the immune system and there's fear, what happens if there's fear? If there's fear, there's stress. If there's stress, guess what? There's a way for cancer cells to replicate themselves more to make you sick from cancer. You be wondering what happened. You don't do anything to get cancer. Yes, you suppress the immune system. You got to boost it. boost the immune system. Because there's two ways to avoid the virus. Boost the immune system, or you got to get off the planet. Because it's inevitable. The virus is inevitable. You talking about these governors, they don't know shit. They telling you it's mandatory for you to wear a mask. That is not helping you guys. It's not helping you. And it's not helping you. And you tell them you can't wear a mask. And if they ask you why, then guess what? They're not supposed to, because that violates HIPAA. If you're on a job, if your job telling you you can't come to work unless you wear a mask, well, guess what? That violates OSHA. Look that up. You're not operating at full oxygen capacity because you're walking around wearing a mask on your job. You can't breathe. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Just sharing information. Folks want to debate it. You can debate it all day, but if you want to debate, before you want to debate it, go to the scientist. Don't go to a doctor or a nurse. Go to a scientist. Go into any science center. That's what I invite you guys to do. This is what I invite you guys to do. Go in a science center. Any science center, if you live near one, if there's one that's open, walk in there and say, I want to talk to one of your biologists. And talk to a biologist. And when you talk to a biologist, ask that biologist to talk to you about the immune system. Because in science, they teach the immune system. And from what I've been told, and I can't attest to this, but from what I've been told from a scientist, they don't teach the immune system in med school. Very, very little, but they don't teach the entire immune system. So I'm just sharing this information, folks. I love each and every one of you. I want to see you guys do great. I want to see you guys do well. I want to see you guys be well. I want to see you guys healthy. I want to see you guys wealthy. I want to see you guys make a whole lot of money. Okay? Because I'm trying to get back to my platform of business and personal development. This is probably going to be my last video on this coronavirus. I've about had enough, man. I'm not debating this shit no more. If anybody, if you want to follow that, you can follow that. If you want to get vaccines, man, go right ahead, man. I don't care no more. I'm just sharing information. Those of you who do care, who don't want to be vaccinated, man, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not going to steer you wrong. Not going to steer you wrong. So with that being said, I want you to guys take care of one another. Be good and be nice to one another. And you must be nice, because everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. So with that being said, I want you to sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. So wash your hands and wash your ass. Peace and blessings, folks. I love saying that. It's just funny, that's all. Have a great day.